Good morning. This is Saturday morning, the 21st of March. I'm going to do a little bit of a final sales. We're going to go through here, try to be pretty quick about it. These were some pretty good Allen Edmonds. I think we paid about $7 for them. And I believe we took 65 for these. Uh, Always a good shoe. This was a snowsuit, and oh goodness, I can't remember what we took. Uh, I don't have my other page brought up. I'm 70 maybe. I believe is about 70 for that plus the shipping. Nice bright colors, really good condition. So this Sony under the counter, those Space Maker things just always seem to do well. And this did not have any of the hardware with it, but it sold pretty quick. And that's always keep an eye out for the space makers or under the counter type things. Got this Jitterbug. It sold really quick. Um, it was new. I tried to list this on Amazon, but it said restricted, and I don't know why. Maybe it was uh, a manufacturer or name problem. One of the vintage T-shirts sold, so I think it was $40 I took on that. That's the old Dallas Cowboy. The blonde is the blonde girls, I guess, was the rare one. So that's pretty cool. It's 1978. This is one of those knives. I got 11 of them for $20 a piece. So knives are almost all gone. Done really well with them. This is the old, well, this is actually one of the newer. This is the Ontario. There's 3 or 4 different makers of these. But that was good profit. And there's 2 more that sold. Did a lot of them. A lot of 2. A Canetta and a Camillus. So knives. People like their knives. Pretty cool Elvis shirt that sold. Happy about that one. Those old vintage t-shirts, I've done really well with them. You can see those in one of my videos. This was a pretty neat. I've had this for a while and I just never listed it. Finally, I listed it and it sold really quick. It's a jigsaw puzzle, but it's a clock also, so it's pretty cool. $32. These were awesome. I took a 165 offer on these, and these are those ones that the Caesar, the dog whisperer, wears. I think you break your neck. Look at the angle of these wheels. Unbelievable. These are really good money. I had no idea until I looked them up. Paid $20 or $25 for them. One of the 2 at Salvation Army. I cannot remember. But yeah, typically the inline skates sometimes just don't do really well, but these things, every one of them sell. So it's not like the turnover rate on these things are great on eBay. So if you come across these, pick them up. I guess this would be a true bolo because you don't just can't find them. I mean, you don't see them every day, and I guess this would be a legitimate bolo if you come across the old Land Rover skates or Land Roller skates. I'm sorry. Uh, those would be something to pick up. This old trombone, right after I'd sold it, I just don't know much about musical instruments. It did have a couple issues and stuff. Let's see if I can get a good picture of this issue here. Yeah, that little piece right there was broke, and I had priced it way too low because somebody had said you in the video, a haul video I put, they had said that oh, you need to price that up there because that's nothing. That can be such an easy fix, and it's a good name brand. And uh, but I let it go for like $30 plus the 24 shipping. It was taking up room, and they got it. They gave me good feedback. They really liked it. So, and I thought it was bent. I thought it was bent, but I guess that's the way they're supposed to have that bend in it right there. So, well, you live and learn. But it was $5 is what I paid for it, so I did okay, and it didn't cost near $24 to ship it. And here's another one of the knives. I believe I took $90 on that. I feel a little stuffed up this morning, so sorry about that if it sounds dumb. I believe I took $25 on this Clark Kent shirt. This is one of those vintage shirts. Just done really good on these vintage shirts. But yeah, this is the 1978. Somebody was asking, how can you tell on these old vintage shirts, like when they were made and stuff? Most shirts have, I mean, if you look real close, you can see, and even on concert shirts, the t-shirts, a lot of times on the graphics, they'll have the little, uh, the writing. And don't worry about, a lot of times these old shirts, you'll find, like see how it's all crackled and just the wear and stuff. It's okay if it's something, if it's desirable, that really doesn't matter. This was a great score. Got that in a big camera lot, and a big camera lot for $70. So, and I still have a bunch of the other camera stuff that I haven't listed, but that was a really good. That's the Super 8 movie cameras, the Canon A14. Not all of the 8mm cameras are worth money. So just because you see an 8mm camera, don't buy it. You need to research and make sure that it's a desired brand. This is a really high quality camera. Bought this. It was broke. Well, it wasn't broke. The cord was cut on it, and it's missing the drip tray and stuff like that. And oh, I can't remember. I think I sold it for 60, but it was a quick turnaround. I just replaced the cord, took the panel off on the bottom, and reran the cord, a new cord, and plugged it in. Ran it. Works great. The steamer works great, and quick flip. We picked this up for I think 50 cents, and it's a puzzle. It sold a lot quicker. I mean, probably within 6 or 7 hours of listing it. And it's just one of those things. Maybe I think I accepted $25 on it, and but it sold really quick. This is a cool. Kim got this bag for $3, and we actually had it authenticated, and the buyer actually uh, did the research on it too, and it lined up perfectly because on the buckle right here on the underneath, a lot of them say solid brass, and with the date, with the code, this is what we found out with this code. If our buckle would have said solid brass, it would have been suspicious because they stopped putting stamping solid brass in the buckle in 1985, and with this code, this was 1985, I believe, and we both pretty much did the same research on it, and everything just checked out with it. So that was a good deal. And this is what this jacket, I swear, it's everybody's got that like nightmare. This coat has sold like 6 times. 4 times the buyer never paid. The buyers never paid. One time it got returned because the post office couldn't find the address. The person winter was getting over with, and they're like, well, if it's okay, just give them my money, because I had gotten it back, and so I just gave them their money back, and then finally somebody bought it and it got shipped out again. So we'll see about this one. But yeah, this is my nightmare for the year. I mean, it's a really nice jacket. This sold really quick. This was a pretty neat sell. I got this plus a bunch of Army stuff for $30, and I sold this for $97. So this was a large, it's a deployment duffel bag, really nice. Got this for $3. Sold, took a $60 best offer on it. I think that sold within 24 hours. A lot of times these gloves, I mean, they've got wear, they're broken in. It's just what a lot of people like. But I think what's key about these are these model numbers. I don't know a lot about them, but I think the model numbers, I just don't know. All I know is when I look them up, right inside the, let's see if I can show, right inside the upper, I don't even have a good picture of it, but right inside, oh goodness, right inside, underneath this flap is this model number. Oh my goodness. I'm just, yeah, it's this model number. So that's what you want to check whenever you're looking up a glove. And another pair of these sold. Um, I got some flack from some people, you know, like, how you can buy those for $23 at the mall. It's like, no, you can't. So, but yeah, good sell, good sell. So Abercrombie, the cargo, they're really thick material, guys. These aren't the real thin, just the cheaply made. They're really thick, and uh, they're the 7-pocket twill. Very nice. Got those for $4. They were 8, I believe, and they were half off. So this nice iPod. It's a real thick one, and it's a second generation, 20 gig. Got it for $20. Took a best offer of $90 on this. So, and it went within 24 hours. So I was really happy about that. Sold these really nice shoes. I mean, they still had the nibs. Oh, I just said nibs. Yeah, really nice shoes. And that's our new light studio. It looks so much better. I mean, I do have a little bit of yellow in the background, but uh, these shoes are just super, super nice shoes. And they jump out at you when they're on the shelf. Ended up selling this for $125. Took a best offer of $125 on it. And there was a big debate of whether I should part it out, because it did have a couple issues. Like, let's see. Right here, see the handle right there. The other side, that little tab is broken off. I mean, it's brand new. It's never been used. Everything's still brand new. But it did, I called it a scratch and dent, and I put, you know, just some of the scuffs and scrapes on it. But yeah, I took a $125 offer on it with $26 shipping. So it didn't take very long, a couple weeks. So that was a really good flip there. I got that. Oh, I cannot remember. I bought that in a G.I. Joe lot with that rare tank, and I got it for $60 for both sets, maybe 70. I can't remember, but I do have it in my receipt. So nice item. I picked this up and for $20, really nice Samsonite Skywheeler 2. I guess that's a really good quality suitcase, and I was really happy with the. I took $200 for it, and I'm sure the person was surprised, but I had it at 320 because it's a $600 suitcase, and I took $200 for it. The guy sent the offer, and I'm like, yeah, why not? I'll give him a good deal today, and so yeah, and he paid, so that was a done deal. So I got 225 shipped out of it. Good deal for 20 bucks. What do you say? Sold this out. I think we took 35 for this. Just a neat little beach bag. 31. Springbok puzzle. You pay 50 cents for it. You know, this is just one of them little bread and butter things. Really don't have to put any work into it. Take pictures. Throw it on there. Little Hamilton Beach. Took 15 on it. So it's a little camping. It's rechargeable. Doesn't have to be plugged into work. Nice little